Oh, there I was, and I just closed it down. Hello, hello, everyone. It must be the last Tuesday of the month because here I am with a new bundle that we are going to be playing with today. So I'm going to be playing with Seaside Wishes. I'm going to walk you through what this stamp, thin cut, 3D embossing folder, what it's all about. I'm also going to be showing you what I'm bringing into this card class tonight is I'll be using Spotlight on Nature dies. I'm also going to be using the deckled rectangle dies. And I'm also going to be using the So Swirly embossing folder. So that's what, checking out my card classes, you get to see some of the products. And if you do pick up my card class, you get to, test them out to see if you want them before maybe you want to go ahead and pick up, maybe the deckled rectangle dies. So you'll get a taste of it in the card class so that you can really try out some products. So that's kind of what the purpose of why I'm doing these classes and to get you to try out some products. But this is what we're going to be playing with today. Let me show you the cards. First, let me welcome you and thank you for joining me. If you're here with me tonight, please let me know. I'll try to see if I can monitor some of the comments. It is hard while I'm creating, so you can always post your comment and I will definitely go back to them after the video is finished. But let me show you the cards that we're going to be making tonight. So this is card 1, and we can't forget our lovely envelopes. Don't forget your envelopes. Some of the insides we do some stamping. So that's card 1. And then I'll just walk through everything that you get in the card kit, because then this video you can always come back to and replay. So you could, put the cards together at your leisure. And that's why that's good. You can find the video. I'll leave it posted here. It'll be here in the Facebook. You go to my events tab and you find today's date and you'll find this card class, but afterwards I post everything to my YouTube channel, so you'll be able to go there and find it also. This is card 2. Again, envelope. I don't think we did inside stamping here. Now and this is only stamps. That's it. Just stamps on this card. So that's card 2. Here's card 3. This is where we used that deckled rectangle die. We use that here. And this is second generation stamping. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. All second generation stamping on this card. There's our inside. So that's card 3. I am super excited about this card class. I love anything beachy. So I was all about this Stampin' Thin Cut. This is actually the first stamp set that I picked up when I joined Stampin' Up. So to make this into a card class, I was super excited about. And this is card 4. And here's the envelope. And this is using a lot of that 3D embossing folder. And that's the inside. Okay, so those are the 4 cards that we're going to be making today. Like I said, everything's pre-cut because I want to show you what you get in the card kit. So this is just my cafe latte card kit. But if you do earn this card kit for free, this is how it's going to come. Again, this is my cafe latte one, but you'll get all your card pieces and bits all separated, nice and organized. It will come with this pamphlet. All you're going to do is open up your camera on your smartphone and you're going to scan that, or your iPad. You're going to scan that, and once it comes up, it's going to direct you to a Stampin' Up site. Click download, and then that will give you a full color direction this is the tutorial that you can then email to yourself, print out, whatnot. There'll be the link right here to the video, excuse me, to the video on YouTube. So you can go back and refer to that. Obviously, I don't have the link there yet. It will be after today's class. And then these will be your color directions that I've gone through already with pictures for you to recreate. So that's everything about the card kit. And how do you get this? So you earn this card kit for free, everything pre-cut if you make an online purchase on my store right here, stacymaiano.stampinup.net for $50. Be sure to drop in that current host code. That will unlock all of everything I have to offer. I do a monthly drawing for anyone who places an order with me. You will get the card kit and any other drawings that I have throughout the month, and I'll also invite you to my private group. So be sure to drop in that host code and you will get everything you need here to create this free with a $50 product purchase, or you can purchase it for $29. You will find the link in the description here, or if you just want the tutorial only, that will be $10. Again, there's a form for you to fill out. Everything's in the description. You can join my private Facebook group there, and you can also be sure to join my my mailing list, because I'm starting a monthly newsletter, and until August 15th, anyone who joins, I'm doing 2 raffles on August 17th in my group. I'm doing one will be a close to my heart branded exclusive paper trimmer, and the other is a $20 Stampin' Up product credit, only redeemable through me, Stacy Maiano. So be sure to join my newsletter. Again, everything you can find in the comments there in the post of this video, but we are going to get to it. So first, let me just show you what this is all about, since I have a lot of the items already pre-cut and ready for me to go. So I kind of just want to walk you through this for a quick second. So again, these are the stamps, and here's the thin cuts. This is the magic of this Stampin' Thin Cut. So I do not have yet, oh, thank you, Ramona, my glue holder. You must be talking about my green glue. So funny story, this is a tea light holder, and in one of my virtual crops a few years ago, I used to do virtual crops. The ladies they all saw it on my desk and they wanted me to do this. So it's just a tea light holder, and that is hot wax from a glue gun. And I put a glue dot down, and I put my cap to hold it, and then I went all the way around with the hot glue gun. I let it sit until it was completely dry. So every time, all I do now is switch out. When I get a new glue, I just put it in there, and I never have to change the top. So that is my glue holder. All right, so back to class. That was like a squirrel moment. All right, so how we do this. So I was saying, I do not have yet a true 3D embossing machine. I have not gotten the Stampin' Up one yet. I do have the Close to My Heart one, and it does do 3D folders, but my handles broke. So the machine I have, I've kind of manipulated it to be able to do my 3D folders, and it's working for me right now, but I have to do this all off camera so you don't see my hot mess that I got going on. But anyway, all right, so this is just very raised here. So how you work this is, if you feel, so you want to take the side with the Stampin' Up label, and you'll feel it clicks into place. So see, that kind of is sitting there because it's raised. So you click that into place, and then you would cut your paper. I don't have any. Here's just a piece of scrap, so to speak, you know, like 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is how I would do it. I would just make sure I got that in there tight, put my paper down, closed it, and I would run this through my 3D embossing folder. So what this will do is this will cut out the sand dollars for you when you have this in here, and it will emboss them to have that imprint. So if you don't want to cut them out, you just eliminate this part, and then you would have, excuse me, your embossed piece. So that's just how you work this. And you'll see as we go through making the cards, how some I needed to emboss just to get these 3 sand dollars out of here. And then another card, I wanted an exact 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 image of this as my background. So I just wanted to walk you through that because I'm not doing any of this on camera. We are going to use these 2. I am going to just need to emboss those out, so I'm going to pull them out. Everything else I already have ready to go. So you might have this already, so if you do, then great. You can refer back to this video. That's why this is a free card class, because if you already own this set, you want to just be inspired to recreate these cards. Or if you want to pick up that set and then maybe something extra, that will initiate for you to get this set free. All right, so enough chitter chatter. So this is how card 1 will come to you. Here's all the bits and pieces. So like I said, here are those 3 pieces that cut out and emboss from that 3D embossing folder. How awesome is that? Right? I wasn't into the 3D embossing folders, I have to be honest with you, until coming over to Stampin' Up, right? Close to my heart, didn't have these, but they're pretty cool. So that, I just needed my piece of paper for that. I cut out, I think these are like coral. I'm going with coral. That's what they're called in my tutorial. That's what I'm calling them. I already went and die cut that. I have a piece of scrap for my banner we're going to create. I have my little piece of ribbon here. That's from our Night of Navy and Gold ribbon spool, just a little piece of that, and I have already clipped off the edges. So when you get the card kit, everything will be done like this for you. But if you just get the tutorial, then I give you the measurements and everything that you'll need to create this card. So all right, so I'm going to actually keep, let me clean my desk up a minute and get situated here. I'm going to put my card right here. I'm going to keep that in frame. Here is my directions. I'm going to turn to card 1. I will flip and give you some of the measurements quickly. So again, this is just an A2 size card base that I'm using here. Just a white pre-made card base. All right, then I have a Night of Navy for my front, and this is the piece that I had already embossed using the So Swirly 3D embossing folder. Love how that image looks on that. So I already have this cut and scored or cut and embossed already for you. So that is our 1 panel. We need another Night of Navy for the inside, 4 by 5 1/4. We need a basic beige for our inside panel, 3 3/4 by 5. And then I had already gone and cut out my basic beige to emboss my sand dollars. I have my gold glitter, my scrap of ribbon, and my scrap to create my banner. So we are going to get going. So I have here optional is if you want to use your basic beige and just put a little bit of ink on a blending brush, just to kind of go on top of your sand dollars, just to give them a little bit of a beachy, worn, distressed look. You don't have to do a lot. I'll show you the difference on the bigger one here, how it looks. So that one is with some blending ink, and that one is without. So just to give you an idea of how that looks. So it's just giving it a little bit of more dimension. Beach, could be sand stuck in there, right? They're sand dollars. So that's just optional. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. All right. I also need to stamp using Calypso Coral. I need to stamp a small and a large starfish, and I hadn't done that yet, so we're going to do that right now, and then I will die cut those out. So again, I'm using Calypso Coral. Large and a small, and then I'm going to die cut these out super quick. Clean off because I'm going to need these starfish. Oh no, I'm using Calypso Coral again for those. So these things now, you have to kind of play with it. I am a stamper first. A lot of people die cut and then stamp. So I like to stamp, line it up, and then die cut. That's, oh, I think I put this one on perfectly. Did I? No. And all you do with these is you kind of just keep turning it until it lines up. I think that's going to be it. Yep. All right. Let me just run this through my machine really quick. Did I move that? Okay. Let me just run this through. Hey, Kara, how are you? We are playing with Seaside Wishes tonight. Loving these cards. Anything beachy. I'm kind of bummed out. I'm not going to lie that, you know, since I'm a demonstrator, we get to see an advanced look at some stuff, and I don't see any beach themed holiday. There's like 2 little stamps that are beach themed, but I'm a little bummed out by that. So that's okay. All right, what am I on? I'm getting sidetracked. All right, so now, all right, so when you would do all your die cutting here, we want to make sure we do our inside stamping. So we're going to take this layer right here. We're going to take our sand dollar, our small sand dollar, and using basic beige, we are just going to stamp a few of these. Now I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap here because I'm going to just do some off, like off the paper stamping. I want to do some of that. So we are just going to put one right here. Hold one there. And another off to the side here. Okay. I'm trying to be more mindful of stamping the inside of my stamps, of my cards, as well as my envelopes. So now all we want to do is adhere these 2 pieces together. I think I am due for a new green glue. Oh. Or I just needed to get that little nugget popped out. Just want to adhere these 2 together. Okay. And then we're going to take that now and put that on the inside of our card base. Just like that. All right, so now you're going to take your So Swirly card front, and however you want to put that direction going, just going to adhere that down. I love lots of glue, I love lots of adhesive, and I love lots of 3D dimension when I use it. So If you start watching me or you do follow me, you know that already. All right. So we just make sure we get that down. So now we just want to adhere our sand dollars. So just kind of place them. I'm going to put the large one there, the medium one here. Now this one, we're going to definitely pop that up on some 3D dimensions. So I'm going to put one right in the middle there. And I have my starfish that we cut out. That's going to kind of lay there. We're going to put... So I kind of like to lay things out before I just start placing it down. And truly, I just need to look at something sometimes to put it together. So that's kind of good for me. Let's just start adhering these now. So just straight down to the paper, we're going to put this sand dollar right here. Okay, I'm going to just lay these right here for now. Yeah, and I'm just going to leave the top of this one so I can just tuck them under. I'm going to use my adhesive for this. Okay, put that. I got to get my little rub and erase to get that glue off right there. I shouldn't have done that with that adhesive. That wasn't a good... Use your liquid adhesive for these little fine details. Okay, we're going to use the liquid again. Okay. There we go. Now, if you wanted to just tuck in a little more here, just to hold that all in place. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, now this one right here, we're just gonna pop that up. Just like that. This little guy right here, I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive on him. We'll use some liquid glue. Let me grab my tweezer. We're just gonna put that on, just like that. All right, and this one is gonna go right down there. So let's put some. Hope you like these cards. Hope you're liking this. So the last Tuesday of every month, I come on and I show what the next month card class is going to be, meaning that this is available through the end of August. So when I come on the end of August, that card kit will be available through the end of September. All right. So now... Oh, we need to stamp this. I have my stamp ready, and I'm using Night of Navy. And I have this stamp says, "Your friendship is the best gift." So we are just going to stamp that closest to the left side because I'm going to banner towards the right edge. I always look. Looks good. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to banner. And I'm going to put some foam dimensional on the back of this banner as well. And we're going to put that. right about there. And my piece of ribbon, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some of my adhesive runner just on a piece of the ribbon right here, because I'm gonna tuck it under so it just sits just like that, okay? And again, in your card kit, all these pieces will be pre-cut for you. Let's make sure I get some. I need to get this Stampin' Seal. I have to learn to play with. Okay, there we go. So I have my adhesive on one edge of the ribbon, and I'm just gonna tuck that up just under that, just to give it a little bit of, and I can use my, actually, where is my, this little doodad here? Bone folder. Okay, nice. Because I have that little lip from my dimension. All right, we are just about done with this card. Let's put on some of my gems. So one in the middle here. We're gonna put a, do I have any more little ones? I do. Sometimes in my kits I give the gems, sometimes I do not, but you get everything included but the stamping. All right, and we want to put one more right here. All right, so this card is finished. Let me get this out of the way. All right, there's card one. And I'm not going to do this with you, but here is an example to do your envelope. And again, in your tutorial, I show a picture of the inside of the card and an envelope. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want, but do not neglect your envelope. So like I said, I'm trying my hardest to stamp on the inside and to do envelopes. All right, moving right along. So this is card number 2. Again, I'm not going to stamp the envelope with you today for the sake of time, but here we go. It's just a few colors of the small starfish and the little sand. But here is our card. Here is our kit. So if you get the kit, this is what you will receive. All right. And here is just for an example to show you when I just needed a piece to run through the die machine just to get those 3 sand dollars. This is what I'm left with. This is, you know, garbage. I'm throwing this out now, but I wanted to show you why you don't have to properly measure. You just want to make sure your paper is covering that inside piece. So that's what gave me those 3 sand dollars. I don't know why I had that in this card. I think I plopped it in the wrong one. All right, so we are going to, I'm just using a regular A2 size card base here. This is just a white card base that we're going to use. And my 2 layers, I have a basic beige, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a white, this is our white stamping layer. This is 3 3/4 by 5. And I have some basic beige ribbon right here. That's from my spool of basic beige, and that is going to create our knot for the front of the card. So truly, all I did here, let me just clean up, is I used the ink colors and so rotating 3 across, 4 rows, starting with Pretty in Pink. Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, Basic Beige, Petunia Pop. Start over again. Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, Basic Beige, Petunia Pop. So you're doing that using these colors. So in this card class, we use lots of inks. If you don't have all these inks, that's okay. Use something comparable to what you have. Okay, so I am going to put my card right here. I'm going to have my stamping layer right here. And I'm just going to get my inks open. So I have to have all 6 of these open for me to be able to work. And let's make sure I can be in frame. All right, we're gonna do it like this. Okay, all right, so we're just using that small stamp. I have some scrap paper by me right here. And all we're gonna do is we are going to start with our Pretty in Pink, and we are just going to put okay. So this just might take a minute because you need to clean it off between. Now you're going to go in with your Peach Pie. Okay. Shy Shamrock. And it's okay if you're not totally even. If you want, I mean, I'm on camera right now for the sake of time, but if I really wanted to do this accurately, you can make pencil lines and then go back and, erase them. But it doesn't have to be that perfect. Even though everybody who knows me knows I'm an OCD crafter, and it just has to be perfect, right? Okay. You get the idea, right? So now we're going to start over. Pretty in Pink. Peach Pie. That one was really crooked. It's so hard to see when I'm like doing it from behind because I can't go over it. It's harder with the camera. Okay. Almost done. Okay, last one. Okay, so now we're going to come in with that sand. Okay, we can close up all of our inks. Actually, we're going to use, I think it's that one, yeah. We're using the Summer Splash just to do our sentiment. So let's do our sentiment really quick. You absolutely made my day. We want to banner both ends of this so you can kind of just get that right, even in the middle. We're going to stamp that in the Summer Splash. Okay. Now what we want to do is come in with the basic beige and fill in anywhere with the sand, as much or as little as you want. So I'm kind of just going all around the card, and then I'll start to fill in throughout. If you just want to do around the edge, that's kind of cool. And it's okay if you're like overlapping the starfish, totally fine. Okay, so now I'll bring this up closer so you can see. So I just kind of went all the way around, and now I'm just gonna fill in a little bit more in the middle. And wherever you think can use some. I think that's good. Let me bring it up. Cool. All right, now you're just going to adhere that to your basic beige layer. Now you are going to take, this is how you create your knot. So I have one piece of my basic beige. I'm going to figure out where I want that on my card. I have it kind of in the middle. And all I'm going to do is flip that over. I'm just going to use some Scotch tape, ladies. No shame here. Use Scotch tape. Okay, so now what we want to bring in our card base. We're going to adhere that to our card base. I want to get that down before I make my knot. All right, let that dry a minute. Let's bring back in our sentiment piece here. We want to banner each end. So again, just snip in the middle and then just meet at both ends. Snip in the middle, or what looks like the middle, your middle. Because I have a shaky hand, sometimes my middle is far off. All right, we want to put some foam on the back of that. I have some bits of 3D foam that from close to my heart here. All right, so first, now I want to do my knot before I adhere that piece down. So now all I'm doing is I'm taking this piece, my smaller piece, I'm tucking it underneath, and I'm just being mindful of which way my tabs are going, kind of evening that out, and voila, basic knot. Let me move it over where I want it. Beautiful knot. Now to banner that, I'm just kind of folding it in half right there. Same deal here. Kind of, it's going this way, that's okay. Kind of just like I cone it. It's a weak knot, but it's my knot today. I am not a knot ribbon person. I do the best I can. Do you love making knots? I have a bow maker where I cheat with a bow maker. Then we're just going to take our sentiment, adhere that wherever you'd like on your card. And then for this card, I have these beauties, 2024, 2026 in color shimmer gems. We are just going to put one of each of the colors on here. And this card is done. Are you liking these cards so far? I hope so. If you're watching this live with me, or you might be catching the replay, maybe you picked up this card class and you are just sitting down to create it. Thank you. Let me know how you enjoy it. And again, you can earn this free by placing a $50 order on my online store. You will get automatically, I will add you to the list. And when I send these out towards the end of the month, you will automatically receive your kit. Each month, I offer a class, which I do every month. People just get their card kits in the mail and they're like, oh my God, I didn't even know. I'm like, well, sign up for my newsletter. Follow the posts. You're in my group. All right, card 2. How do you like it? All right. Moving right along. Clean up a little bit. All right. We are moving on to card 3. Again, ideas for your envelope. Don't forget your envelope. Okay, so here, when you receive this, here's your bits and pieces that are going to come in for card 3. And again, I took the liberty to die cut everything out. So you have one of those coral pieces. So 2 of the sand dollars, the large one that's missing is being saved for card number 4. So here's our bits for that. This is, we're going to stamp another one. You absolutely made my day and banner, both pieces. Here is that deckled frame. This is using the largest frame that comes in that set. Let me show you that. Deckled rectangle dies. It's 159173. So these are kind of cool. Look at how many you get in there. So to create this one right here, that was the largest die. So I used the largest one right here. But look at how small they get. So that's kind of cool to do lots of layers. So I'll be using these lots of times in my card classes. You'll see me repeating lots of embossing folders and these kind of dies, because the hope is, you know, at some point, you'll have all these pieces so that you can recreate more cards. Okay, so let's go through our pieces here. So we have a piece of Coastal Cabana, 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to score this at 5 1/2. We have a piece of 4 1/2 by 5 1/2 for our white front stamping layer, but that's already been die cut for you out. And then our inside layer is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I always have my handy dandy stamping if you need to take a screenshot of that, because when I call out some of these 8ths, sometimes we forget where they are in our ruler. This is always on my desk that I always refer to it. And our inside piece, I gave you that. And then I already embossed and we have our bits here. So all we need to do is bring in our little scoring board. Score this at 5 1/2. That's it. Fold that over. Okay. So this is our piece for the front. This is our piece for the inside. Those are the only pieces we need. So let's do our inside stamping. So first we are going to take our Coastal Cabana and take our sentiments. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. We're just going to stamp that right in the middle there. All right. We are going to take our our large starfish, and you can use toffee or crumb cake, whatever you have. I'm actually going to use my toffee right now for this one because I don't have the right brown that I wanted to use. So I'm going to just use toffee. This is close to my heart, and we're going to do second generation. So what that means is I'm going to do my first stamp on scrap paper, pick it up, and then put my second down. So this is how first generation, that's how dark it is. Second generation. So that's kind of the color I'm looking for, and I don't have that color yet in my Stampin' Up, so I decided to use my toffee for that. I'm not sure, maybe crumb cake would do that, but anywho, okay, so I'm going to now, that's all I needed for right now with toffee. I'm going to use my Coastal Cabana just to come in with 3 small little starfishes. Okay, I'm again going to come in with some sand just to keep it in the toffee family, or in this shade of brown. Okay, I'll bring that up. All right, so now we're just going to adhere this to the inside. And using your liquid glue just gives you a second to maneuver it. Okay. Love that. Okay, so now for the front, what we want to do is come in with we're going to move our card base. So now what we want to do, again, second generation, so bring your scrap paper next to you. I'm going to do toffee. We're going to put a few of the large starfish around. So about 3 or 4 should do it. If you see my sample here, how many I have. So first generation, second generation. Okay, first, second. First, second. Okay. So there you go. That's, you tap off your first, and then you get that nice color, lighter shade for your second generation. So now I'm going to come in with the river rocks here. I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to do the same thing, but using second generation. 1, 2. Okay, just keep doing this on and off the page, however much you think. Okay, that's about good. Next, I'm going to come in again with that sand. I'm again going to use toffee. We're done with this. and we're going to fill in all around. I love creating my own background with stamps and ink. So every one of my card classes so far, and I hope to always have one card at least fully with background stamping. So, and this class has 2. So, because this card was all stamps too. Love it. Okay. Oh, let's just stamp our sentiment here. I'm going to use that toffee again. Again, you can try crumb cake, or if you want to do basic beige. But this is kind of the brown I was looking for, like a sandy, beachy brown. I'm not sure yet. I don't know all my Stampin' Up colors perfect. So bear with me until I get to that. Okay. We are going to banner this guy again. So again, come in the middle. I like to do repetitive things too, because it then gets us in the habit to try to do that more, right? Like I love creating banners, but sometimes I forget to do sentiments like this, you know, small strips of sentiments, and then banner each end, throw a few gems on it. And there you go. Okay, we want to put some adhesive on this. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to use a piece of linen thread, and as you can see here, I'm just going to wrap it around there a few times, and you'll get some of this in your kit to work with. You'll probably get, I don't know, say about that much. And what I would do is this is how I would do it. I would put some adhesive or some tape to hold that, okay, as I wrap it around, right? I do probably 3 times, just like so. Okay, then I would cut this off. And what's good about this, if you don't like this piece, if it's too high, you can just move it. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so there I wrapped just some linen thread around that. Hey Judy, how are ya? All right, and now we're gonna bring in our card base again, and we're gonna adhere that to the top of our card base. I'll fix that. All right. So we want to adhere that down right into the middle. Let that settle for a second. Do we have both of these popped up? We do. Do we? No. Yes, we do. I have foam on all of these, so we want to, just on these 2, not that. We want to put some foam. Okay. For this one, this only has to go in half, so let's see. We're going to put this one right there. And if you wanted to throw with your blending brush some ink on top of that as well, go for it. Like we did in card 1. We're going to put this right like that. And now we're going to take this and we're just going to, kind of just has to go like that. Yeah, so we just want some on the top portion. And you can see my glue right now, but I promise you that when it dries, It will be clear. So you can see my glue in there right now, but I promise when it dries, it will be clear. All right, so let's take our banner. And we are going to be moving on to card 4. I need to take a sip of water. Okay, so I want to kind of put that on an angle. I'm going to come in with these beautiful petal pink and pretty peacock foil gems. Hint, hint, in the new catalog, these are coming out in some other colors. Super exciting. I love these. I love gems. I get every gem. I always get the gems. Okay, so that takes care of card 3. Love it. Okay, don't forget your envelope. Stamp those envelopes. Kind of just copy what you did on the inside of the card, right? Just do the same thing in a part of the envelope. So that is card 3. All right. Sticking with me, ladies? All right, we are moving on to card 4. So this last card, so on the envelope, I stamped the front and then I stamped the back with the river rocks. So again, don't forget about the envelopes. All right, so here is card 4. Let's pull out how it comes in our kit. So again, I did all the stamping. Here's that large sand dollar from that we saved. And then now this, if you get the kit from me, you'll get this piece cut out. But if you get the tutorial only, you'll see that I have, it says on there, mist, glitter, or similar. So this is just like, mist is from Close to My Heart color, but this is, it could be a Seabrook, which is more of a Close to My Heart color. You could just do silver or gold if you don't have this. It's more of like a greenish blue. That's kind of the color, but a very subtle color. And again, if you don't have it, just use silver, or you don't have to use glitter. Here is the Spotlight on Nature die. So let me show you that. Again, you're going to be seeing me using these over and over in my card classes. You get lots of dies in here. So for this right here, it was this one. So it was the 3rd from the inside, and that created this right here. So they do have like cool designs. This one that cuts out little circles, I think we can put like linen thread through that. So that's something I'm gonna try. Another card class. But that's the Spotlight on Nature, so you'll get that one because that's the one that's coming with my card class. We're just going to stamp our sentiment in there. Here is those seagrass that I had cut out with the Pretty Peacock cardstock. Now, this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And this is exactly just ran through that 3D embossing folder just to get the embossed look without cutting out the sand dollars. So this is what it looks like, just ran through the machine. Okay. And then we have another piece of basic beige, 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have 2 pieces of Pretty Peacock. Both are 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. One's for the inside, one's for the outside. Okay, so, and here is our card base, which is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and we are going to score that at 4 1/4. So let me get my scoring board again and score this at 4 1/4. Okay, so we have a basic beige card base. And our inside, let's do our inside stamping. So we want to bring in that sand dollar. we're going to use our basic beige, and we need, what is this called? The River Rock. This is the larger piece of the River Rock, and the sand we need. And we're going to do all that in basic beige. Not on the card, we're going to do it on the basic beige layer. This is the wrong color. That looks too dark. Yeah, this is crumb cake. Excuse me, wrong one. Let me clean that off. Okay. That looks about right. Some of those river rocks. One. Just like that. Now we're going to come in with the sand and just fill in. Still gives you plenty of stamping room. Okay. We're just going to adhere this with our Pretty Peacock layer. And now we're going to put this on the inside of our card because that layer is finished. I hope you enjoy these cards. Again, Seaside Wishes. If you're catching this on the replay or you do get this card kit, whether you earn it free by placing an order or you purchase it, I hope you enjoy it. Again, all the links are in the description of this video, and to go back to find this video, you can go to the events, go to past events on my page here at Crafty Diva USA, and you will see all of my past card classes, all of my past lives that I do. So in the description here, you'll find all the links to join all of my my private craft group, everything. So we're going to adhere this embossed panel to the front layer of the Pretty Peacock. Okay, we're going to take that large sand dollar, and that's going to go right there. But we are just gonna we're gonna leave room at the top. So I'm just putting my fingers there because that's where I'm gonna tuck in those seagrass. So right about there. Let's put that down. And the seagrass, I'm just gonna kind of align and put into like that. You know, and these two pieces, you can cut these too. You know, I don't need that one so long. So I'm going to have them sticking out like that. Actually, I want to put this one. There we go. No, I want it. Okay, I'm messing with it too much. Okay, we are going to take this piece and just put some glue. We want to get some glue over here too. All right, put that right like that. Now, let's do our stamping. Our last stamp, we're going to take that. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most again. We are going to take, oh, I do not have Pretty Peacock ink yet, so I'm using my Journey. They tell me that is the equivalent color for it. I don't think so, but to me, a little bluer, but hey, it's what I have. I have my last set of inks are coming in, and I've been buying them by the collection, so I don't have the one that has this color yet. But you can use Pretty Peacock, if that's what you have. All right, and that, was that popped up on foam? It was. Okay, so I'm gonna put 2 pieces of foam, one at the top, one at the bottom, because I'm going to take another piece of basic beige, and I'm going to make my faux knot again and wrap that around. Right about there. Who wishes they had a third hand, right? Well, they were crafting. I got some green glue on me. All right, so now we can adhere this to our card front. Okay. Let that sit a moment. I need another piece of ribbon to make my knot. And now I want to take off my top and bottom of the foam and put that right between my ribbon. Then I'm going to go slide under, make that knot. Nicey nice. Make some tails. Sometimes the tails come out nice, sometimes they look all jacked up. Today they look okay. All right, and we're gonna take those Pretty Peacock foiled gems again and put a few of these. We are finished with card 4. So let me bring in all of the cards again. My desk is a mess. If you could see it, all right here looks nice and clean, but off to each side where I've been throwing everything for the last hour, not so much. All right, so I'll bring in each card again. I don't know where, here it is. Okay, because I want to show you each with the envelopes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we made it through class again today. I didn't even look at the time. What time is it? 8:40. Not bad. An hour and 10 minutes. Good. Okay, so here's card 1. Use lots of product in this. And again, you get everything in the kit. Don't forget to create your envelopes. We didn't stamp together the envelopes in class, but you could just do that. We stamped the inside of lots of these cards, so you know exactly what we were doing. That's card 1. Here's card 2. We used lots of inks on this, rotating, you know, making that background designer series paper, making it our own. No inside stamping here, but that is our envelope, matching envelope. Card 3, again, used lots of different products on this card. We created a Coastal Cabana card base. There's our inside. Here's our, oh, and all this was the 2nd generation stamping. So we did 2nd generation stamping. And then here is our 4th card. Again, used lots of products on this. Did some inside stamping and the envelope. All right, ladies, I hope you enjoyed my class this month. So this kit, the Seaside Wishes kit, is available throughout the entire month of August. You will earn this kit for free by placing a $50 order on my online store. Be sure to drop in that host code. That will unlock all of my offers for this month. Or you can purchase the pre-cut kit for $29. Link is in the description. Or you can purchase tutorial only if that's what you desire, because you may have this Stampin' Thin Cut already, or you do not want this Stampin' Thin Cut, but you want just the dimensions to recreate the cards. You could do that for $10 as well. So I thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for watching me put together these cards for Seaside Wishes. Be sure to come back next month. I'll see you the last Tuesday in August. I'll be doing birthday cards because August is my birthday. It's a big birthday for me this year. So you want to be sure you're part of my private group because I have pop-up sales happening. Lots of things going on in my private group this month for my birthday, and everything is birthday inspired. So my card kit for next month is going to be birthdays, and we're going to be using Round We Go. So I'm going to have fun designing that in the next couple of weeks. So again, appreciate you hanging out with me, and have a great week. Thanks, ladies. Take care.